Hello class 6. The book is The Roots. Now the chapter is the three questions. A story. The story name of the story is The Three Questions. It is a short story. Now this is the first day of this story. Now let us start with the story and let me explain the story today. Now the writer is a Russian writer, Tolstoy. A big name, it is better to keep in your mind, Tolstoy. Tolstoy was a very, very famous writer, and he won Nobel Prize by writing War and Peace, by writing his famous novel War and Peace. Now, let me tell you about the story. Listen, all of you. This is part 1. Follow part 1, part 2 like this. In my next class, I will follow according to the book and explain to you the difficult meaning and the stanza paragraph. Now, once upon a time, there was a certain king. The king wanted to know the answers for his three questions. The king wanted to know the answers for his three questions so that he will never fail in his life. He will never fail in his life. The first question is the right time to begin something. The right time to begin something. Second question is who are the most necessary people? The third question is what is the most important thing to do? So the first question is the right time to begin something. Number 2, who are the most necessary people? Next, most important thing to do. And this thought having occurred to him, he had it proclaimed throughout his kingdom that he would give reward to anyone who would teach him what was the right time for every action, who were the most necessary people, and how he might know what was the most important thing to do. Now the king announced a handsome reward for the person who would give a proper answer. All learned men came to the king, but they all answered his question differently. All the answers were different, and the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to none. Now, but still wishing, the king did not get any proper answer because the people answered differently to his questions. But the king, still wishing to find the right answers to his questions, he decided to consult a hermit, widely renowned for his wisdom. The king decided to consult a hermit. The hermit lived in a wood, and he received none but common folk. So the king, wearing simple cloth, came down from his horse, and leaving his bodyguard also, he alone went into the forest to meet the hermit. When the king approached, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. The hermit greeted him and went on digging. The hermit was very frail, thin and weak, and each time he stuck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. He had facing some breathing problem. The king went up to him and said, I have come to you to ask the questions for my to ask the answer for my three questions. Now, how can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? First question, who are the people I most need, and to whom should I therefore pay more attention than to the rest? And what affairs are the most important and need my first attention? The hermit listened to the king, but answered nothing. Then the king said to the hermit, "You are tired. Let me take the spade and work a while for you." That is, the king understood that the hermit was very tired, so the king wanted to dig the ground. Now the hermit said, "Okay, thanks." Now, when he had dug two beds, the king stopped and repeated the same questions to the hermit. But the king did not get any answer from the hermit. Now, then at last the king said that to the hermit, "Oh, my hermit, I came here to get the answers for my three questions. If you cannot tell me the answer, then it is better for me to leave the place." Now, then the hermit says, "Look, someone is coming here running." The king turned round and saw a bearded man came running out of woods. The man held his hand pressed against his stomach, and blood was flowing from that place. The king and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. There was a large wound in the stomach. The king washed it and bandaged it with his handkerchief and with a hermit's towel, but blood would not stop flowing. And the king again and again removed the bandage and washed it, and both of them, the king and the hermit, nursed the wounded man very much, and with the help of the king and the hermit, they carried the man into the hut of the hermit, and used to lie him on the bed of the hut. The king also fell asleep there. The king awoke in the morning. The bearded man asked the king to forgive him. When the king awoke in the morning, the bearded man, that the man who was wounded, forgave him to ask him to forgive. The bearded man said to the king that the king executed his brother and seized his property, so I wanted to kill you. And the bearded man said that I wanted to kill you because you executed my brother and seized all the property of my brother, so that I wish to kill you. But what happened? I wish to kill you and you saved my life. I wish to kill you, but as I came here in front of you and heavy bleeding was coming out from my stomach, you nursed me, you helped me in such a way that you saved my life. So I have changed my mind and decided to serve you as your most faithful slave." The king was very glad to make peace with his enemy so easily and received him as his friend, and not only forgave him but said that he would send his servants and his own physician to attend him, and promised him to restore his lost property. The king went again to the hermit and wanted to get the answer. So there was a friendship developed in between that wounded, bearded man and the king. The king assured the man that he would give back all that is, the bearded man would get back all the property, and what property he had taken from, the king had taken from his brother. Now the king again went to the hermit and said that, and asked for the answers. Now the hermit said that you already got the answer. The hermit said, if the king had not pitied the hermit's weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for the king, but had gone the king's way to home, then the man would have attacked the king and killed him. That is, the hermit said that if the king did not helped the hermit and helped him to dig the earth, then the king should leave the place and went towards his home. At that time, the man would kill the king. So, he got the answer. What are the answers? The first answer of the first question is only one time is important, that is now. And only now we have the power. Number two, the most necessary person is the one with whom we are living at that time. We are spending our time. That person is most necessary person. Number three, the most important affairs is to do that person's good with whom we are spending the present time. Now, my students, I think all of you have understood this, and in my next class, I will explain the paragraph to you. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you again.